Good morning, everybody. So, best community sale ever, in my opinion. I don't know, I always find stuff, but this is probably the fourth sale I stopped at, and I found some stuff. This is my icebreaker, basically, for the day. Nothing crazy, but for 20 bucks. Got a Wii, and there's 3 games in there. Wii Sports, probably the best one. There's nothing else good. She said her kids had a lot of games, but they were both at work, and she didn't know if they wanted to sell them, so come back later kind of deal. So yeah, I'm excited. I know there's gonna be good stuff. I've always walked away from this community sale with stuff like Nintendo, old school stuff, retro stuff. So I'm excited. So yeah, I will get back to you guys when I find something else. Oh man, so right here is the main reason how a day can go from crap to turning around in a heartbeat. And that's what it did right now. Got this boxed Nintendo, all these games in here, and this one. This is complete in box. Woo! There's a bunch of CIB games in here, and then I got a bunch of box and manuals. I paid 80 bucks for everything. Oh my goodness. Cannot believe it. 80 bucks for everything. This day just turned around insane. So crazy thing is I ran into some of my buddies that hunt as well. They came into the house. The guy let me in his house, and I went through all the games, and it was insane. So man, I'm stoked. Yeah, I'm gonna hit up these sales right here, and I'll get back to you guys. All right guys, so I found another cluster of sales. Luckily it looks like nobody's been asking, but for 10 bucks I got this Super Nintendo case. They didn't have any games or system or anything, but they had that case, 10 bucks, so I'm happy with that. I'm about to hit up a bunch of sales right now, so cross my fingers, today just gets even better. All right, see you guys in a bit. Man, I love this community sale. Just right now, sitting out, boxed Genesis, 20 bucks. Everything is in there. It's even got the baggies. The box isn't in perfect shape, you know, it's not bad, but it's not great. But 20 bucks, and it was sitting out. I caught all these hunters out here slipping, man. I don't know, they don't come this way yet, but it's just sitting right there on the grass, 20 bucks. And these people have been out here for a while. So, I don't know. This is crazy. I'm stoked right now. I'm just gonna keep going. I made sure I brought a lot of money today, so we'll see. I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, that sale back there, you can see the canopy. Just got this pretty freaking sweet thing right here. Original red Game Boy Play It Loud in the original box, and then there's a couple random games in there. So I'm gonna hit the sale and come right back. Dang, so this is like the first time in a while. I don't think it's happened to me maybe once before, but I got a text back, and it was the day of, and the guy, he lived probably like 10 minutes away from here, and he went back to his house and picked the stuff up and texted me back actually. So for 85 bucks I got the Dreamcast in the box with Sonic Adventure, and then right there in that white box is a Nintendo with like 6 or 7 games, Bubble Bobble, Mario 2, Mario 3, and then 2 PlayStation Move controllers, which those are actually really good to trade in. So yeah, really good, 85 bucks. I'm really happy with that. As you can see, my seat and floor are full, and I'm really hot. My air conditioning broke, so I'm gonna go and fix that and go get something to eat. It's about 10 o'clock right now. A little late for garage sales, but I'm still kind of finding stuff, so I'm gonna hit up. I already hit up all these. You can see all these sales that I'm passing. I already hit up all of these sales already. So whatever new sales I hit up on the way out, if I find anything, I'll let you know. If not, get this. I might just do the video on this and save tomorrow's swap meet stuff for a different day, because there's a lot of stuff here. And I got those Mega Man boxes to show as well. So yeah, I'll get home, get all this stuff together, and show you guys what I got. See you in a bit. All right guys, so I guess people aren't asking on this street because I just got this for 10 bucks. PS1 score. and inside is Marvel Superheroes complete. So it was a really good score right there. I am so freaking tired and burnt out right now. So much stuff. So yeah, I'm probably gonna head home now. It's late. Yeah, I will see you guys when I get back. What's up, everybody? So all done with garage sales, and great one. Great day. This is a community sale that I pretty much wait for all year, and every single time I've been to this community sale, I've come back with something really good, and this time is no exception. Really good find. So I'll jump into what I found today, and then a pick that I got yesterday, I believe. Really good one. And I think I got one thing from the swap meet this week. Alright, so let's go with what I found starting my day off. Pretty light. Paid 20 bucks. Got a regular white Wii, and it came with 3 games. Game Party, Monopoly, and Wii Sports. And then it's got, you know, controllers, nunchucks, all those goodies. 20 bucks. In the next sale, walk up and ask the guy if he looked like he would have video games. You can kind of tell sometimes by the way some people look that they have, you know, older video games. And he had PS1 stuff, so it was all he had. And I go digging through a box. He had a bunch of disc onlys and some other stuff. So I got this Logitech wireless controller with the receiver. It even came with like this the backing card and some instructions, so that was pretty cool. And then inside the case there was 3 games that I picked out. We got Crash Bandicoot Warped, Jersey Devil, which is a really good one, and Area 51. I paid $2 for everything. He just told me $2. I was like, alright, that's cool. Next, I believe this one was next. I didn't show this one, it is whatever, but for $5 each, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and Grand Theft Auto 5. Alright, now this is what turned the day around. I'm driving down the street and there's a sale to my left. And I was going to stop at that one, but then I saw the sale straight ahead of me and I was like, oh wait, that one looks really good. For some reason, I was drawn to that sale. Get out, ask the guy if he has any video games. He said, yeah, but I don't know if we're going to sell them or not. And I was like, well, would you sell just some of the games? I don't have to buy the whole thing. And he's like, well, yeah, you know, I'll let you come take a look. And he's like, I have a Nintendo with 300 different games. Right then, I was kind of blown away. Well, we get inside. It wasn't 300 games. I guess they had a lot more games somewhere else, but they couldn't find them. But they had a bunch of stuff that they brought down from the attic. And it was just amazing. And the first game I saw was actually the most expensive one. I'll show you guys that in a bit. So I'll go through talking with him and pull out some games that I want. So the ones with games I got for $5 each, and then he sold me the Nintendo, like he gave me the Nintendo for 10, and then the box for the Nintendo for 10, and then the rest of the empty boxes and manuals for 20 bucks. Or well, there was one extra game I threw in there with it. So everything I paid $80 for. So, this is missing the styrofoam, but it's all in there. We got the action set. And then I'll show you box and manuals. This is, got this just manual for Donkey Kong. This one, I believe, is box and manual. So, this one, I'll be upgrading a lot of my boxes. Got Airwolf. RBI Baseball, just box. This one is also, this was the only other one, just box. Iron Tank, box and manual for Top Gun, box and manual for Jackal, box and manual for Golf, Russian Attack box and manual, Dr. Mario box and manual, and Tetris 2 box and manual. At first, I thought this one was complete. I didn't open it up, but when I did open it up, it had Wheel of Fortune in it. I mean, it's whatever. Alright, then we got Metroid, the yellow label variant. These ones are all complete except the last one, or this one is missing the manual, Kung Fu. But I didn't have that box, so pretty happy to grab that. Then we've got RC Pro-Am, Star Tropics, these are all complete, and this one as well is missing the manual. F-15 City War, but you don't see these ones boxed, so those unlicensed games. Super Mario Bros. 3, Rampage, and the best of all, certainly last but not least, I didn't have this game, so I was super stoked to grab it. This one's climbing in price. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. This is, of the 2 G.I. Joe games on the NES, this is the harder one to find, so finding it complete in the box, amazing. Just insane. So 80 bucks for all that stuff. Couldn't ask for anything better. Alright, next, walk up to the sale, and you could usually tell sometimes when you see in the garage and the people and stuff, if they had games. Well, I asked them if they did, and she's like, well, we don't have games or systems or anything, but we do have this. And she comes back out and brings me this Super Nintendo like game holder. I've never found one of these before, so it's pretty cool. Super Nintendo's probably my favorite system. So I asked her how much, 10 bucks. So pretty stoked to grab that one. I believe this was next. Sitting Out. I walk up, ask them, you know, if they had games, and the guy I asked, he was like, no, we don't have anything, but he right over there does. I guess there was 2 different people selling in the same yard. And he grabs it right from the ground. He's like, yeah, man. And they've been out like all morning, so this was just sitting out with a $20 sticker on it. So 20 bucks, complete in box Sega Genesis, and super clean on the inside. Got all the baggies, all the manuals, everything. So another one I didn't show, I got this one for $1. Here Comes the Pain, kind of a harder PS2 game to find a little bit, and it's like a $20 game. So this one, walk up and ask if they have anything, and at first they say no, but then I just keep going down the list, and she was like, oh, wait a minute, we have the little Nintendo. So she comes back out and she's got this, and this is the original case that these Play It Loud Game Boys came in. It's missing, there was like a card right here that says Play It Loud, and it showed the color, but still pretty cool. I've never found one of these before. So we got the red Play It Loud Game Boy, comes with all the instructions and everything. And then there was 3 games in here. We got Pack in Time, and then 2 Game Boy Color games, Heroes of Might and Magic, and Rocky Mountain Trophy Hunter. So pretty weird. I left my number with them, so she said if we find anything else, she'll give me a call. Then there was these. I guess I missed out on a PS1 bundle. He said he had a bin full of PS1 stuff. He just gave the whole thing away for 5 bucks. So I got all this stuff for $1. Copy of Wii Sports, and then 2 copies of Wii Play. This one is sealed. He just threw these one in. I just was gonna get this one for $1, but he just gave me these 2. So I was like, all right. Okay, so this one was a callback or a text back or whatever. I went to the sale and asked them if they had games, and one of the guys there said he had Dreamcast, Nintendo, etc., etc. And he said, you know, he lived like 10 minutes away. He would go and get it and text me later or something. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, the girl that was at the sale also, she went inside and she had these 2. So I got these for $2. We got Donkey Kong and Cabela's Big Game Hunter. So pretty cool. Well, he texted me back right before I was about to leave the town, and it paid off. So I get there, and he opens the back of his truck, and inside he had a complete in box Dreamcast. It's got everything in there. 1 game, Sonic Adventure, and then a Nintendo, and it came with, you know, all of its cables and stuff, and then a few games. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ninja Gaiden, Super Mario Bros. 3, Narc, Super Mario Bros. 2, and Bubble Bobble. And then also these 2 PlayStation Move controllers. So for all that stuff, I paid 80 bucks. So that was pretty good. It kind of, the roads I was going down, it led me to more sales. So I, you know, stopped and asked at a couple more sales, and one of them I asked at, I go up, ask if they have any games, and at first they say no, but then somebody, you you know, from like the background says, yeah, we have N64. And one of the guys there that was like hanging out with one of the people, he was like, oh, I didn't know you had N64. I want to buy it. So she brings it out, and it wasn't an N64. They did have one thing that was N64, a manual for Mayhem, but they didn't have any N64 stuff. What they did have, though, was a PS1. So, and then these two random Game Boy games, Tetris Attack and Donkey Kong. So we got PS1 Slim and two controllers, one original and one of the gray PS1 controllers, and all of its cables, and then a bunch of games. Some pretty decent ones. We got Twisted Metal, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Spider-Man, Tekken 3, Cool Borders 2, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and then this one just seems kind of out of place in this lot, but the best one in here, Marvel Superheroes. And that's complete. So that was the whole reason, you know, I was going for the whole lot. I asked her how much. $10. Couldn't beat that. Okay, that was it for garage sale stuff. Like I said, amazing day garage sales. Now, you guys saw the very first clip. That's how I started my weekend out. Hold on, let me show you this first. I found this one at the swap meet. Not a lot of people know about this game, so it's kind of a hidden expensive Xbox game, but on the Xbox I paid $1 or $3 for it. IHRA Drag Racing Sportsman Edition. So if you see that game in the wild, pick it up, because it's pretty pricey and you can't find it. It's hard to find. All right, now let's get to this. My buddy, he was having a yard sale today, and he let me come, you know, before he had the sale, because I bought a few things off of him before. So I get out there, and I was only expecting to get a couple of these things, but we bundled everything together, and he just gave me an amazing price. So for $300, I got all this stuff. First, these were freebies. 5 like Sega Saturn cases. You can never have them, you know, too many of those replacement cases. And then this was also free. A box for a PS2 Slim. And then the stuff that was the part of the 300. First off, I'm excited about this because I wanted another one of these, but I didn't want it loose. Complete in box Halo original Xbox. So pretty stoked to grab that one. CIB. The box is in okay shape. Now that right there for the 300, I mean that's pushing pretty close to really good, you know. So then I also got these games that I needed for my collection. We've got Joshua, and this comes with the manual. The Last Ninja, which is, you know, fairly priced, $20-25 game. Baseball Stars 2, another kind of uncommon, a little bit harder to find. NES Max in the box. You never see these out in the wild or anywhere really. And then the whole reason that I went, now these are just boxes and manuals, but so stoked. I mean, just this last one right here, this one costs almost $300 online. It's insane. So I got all 3 of them. We got Mega Man 7 box and manual. Now I'm gonna have a complete Mega Man 7. Mega Man X2 box and manual. I'm gonna have a complete one of those now. So stoked. And the best of all, Mega Man X3 box and manual. Just insane. Cannot believe. And you know, he had all of these, and he had already sold X3 and X2, but he had 7 in there, and he split it up for me. You know, he didn't mind selling the card only. So $300, I mean, insane price. So that's definitely a buddy hookup right there. And I mean, you know, I bought other stuff from him before. He sold me Bible Buffet, where's that? Felix the Cat. He sold me my Worms Armageddon cart, and up here there's Mega Man 64. That one's sealed. He sold me all that stuff for an amazing price, kind of, you know, a while back. So pretty stoked. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I got a couple things from GameStop. I got another copy of Teen Titans on the Xbox, but it came disc only again. So now I got 2 copies disc only. Anybody out there has a case and manual for Teen Titans, I'd definitely be interested in that. But yeah, that is all I got for you guys for this one. So stoked. I mean, just amazing lot. I'm so happy. So definitely adding some really good gems to the collection. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the swap meet tomorrow. Hopefully there's some good stuff there. But if not, it's not a big deal. I found a lot of good stuff today. So that is all I got for you guys for this one. So thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you guys next time.